Check out this monitor, guys. It's like a Fallout style monitor, isn't it? Like out of Fallout 3 or 4, whatever, you know. Proper old school green and stuff. Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Automation. Today is episode 5, which means our challenge is to build the most economically possible car that we can in the game. I'm not going to say that I'm going to make it the most economical car that anybody's ever made in the game, but we're going to try and like set, I don't know, let's set a goal of like, let's set a round goal of 100 miles per gallon. Does that sound fair? 100 miles per gallon, but we want the car to be somewhat usable. So let's say, I mean, it would be great to get a top speed of 70 miles an hour with 100 mpg so we could keep up with traffic on the dual carriageways and the highways. I don't know if that'd be possible. Let's say 50 miles an hour top speed and 100 mpg. Let's set that as our goal, okay? So the key to this, I think the really big thing that we've got to remember is lightness. I'm also going to bump up the year to 2020 because maybe things will be a little bit more efficient at that point. And we want to go with the smallest possible body. 82.3 sounds pretty small. Obviously, the smaller it is, the lighter it's going to be. 82, 84, but that's a little bit bigger. What size is the Mini, the old Mini? 80. Do we go with the old... You know, although the old Mini is smaller, it looks like a Mini, doesn't it? Now, we're going to go with 82... is it inches? I expect... Yeah, it's not going to be millimeters, is it? Duh. We want to go for as light as possible. We don't care how expensive this is. We're going for... See the second one down? It says weight. We want to have the lightest possible weight. And that's going to be sort of how we're going to judge all of this. Monocoque chassis is the lightest. Carbon fiber. Transverse engine should be better for us. Oops, I want that one. And which one's the lightest here? Push rod. So it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. And I don't know about this quality slider. We might have to change that quality slider. Maybe it'll make it heavier if it's better, or lighter if it's better. I don't know. I'll leave it for 0 at 0 for now. Now, can we make the body even smaller by pushing some bits back? We still want it to look like a cool car. Does aerodynamics affect the car? I don't know. I've never actually like tested that before. I'm trying to pull back in as much as I can. Any bit of weight saved is good. It's only a 2 doors, so can we make these doors any bigger? There we go. There's no point having like no room at the back, is there? You might as well make them as big as possible. The tyres are going to be really probably quite thin, because the thinner they are, the less friction they're going to have, so the better fuel economy we're going to have. You know, that doesn't look too bad. That looks like a little economically bubbly car, doesn't it? What colour do we want? We probably want like a really light white or blue sort of colour, don't we? New paint. So we'll just click that. We'll make it nice and white. And then I'll add a little hint of blue in there. We'll take down the flake. You know, that actually doesn't look too bad, but we'll take down the flake a little bit. Add some more blue in there. Like a cool mint blue, like a peppermint blue or something like that. I think it's going to look very economical. We'll do it Eco Blue. Save. Oh, we spelled blue with just a U, because we're cool. That's what the car will be called. It'll be called the YouTube Blue Eco Car. Just so I know what it is. Save. And trim is going to be Eco Trim, because that's the only one we're going to have. Perfect. Fixtures. We don't need to spend too much time on this. As long as it looks like pretty cool, I'll be really happy. Because this is going to be a difficult car to make look really nice, I think. Let's try these lights. These are ugly lights. Those lights are not going to work. I think they're like more van lights, aren't they? Is what it seems to me. This is going to be a really hard body to get right. We're going to try and put these lights to match the sort of contour of the bumper there. So we're going to angle them down a little bit. You know, that looks pretty cool. We get a little grill in there. What else do we want? Probably a little... We want it all to be functional on the road, so we'll put some little fog lights down the bottom there. Scale those. Let's make them round. Little round fog lights down the bottom here. I don't know if I'll put a grill in there, because the more grills you have, the more drag that you have. So we need to try and take that into consideration. Now we've got some really nice spots here for lights. I mean, those ones might be able to go in there if we like stretched out the sides and stuff. Like if we rotated that round, squish that in there, squish that up. Maybe make it a little bit wider, around the corner a little bit. Too much wrapped. Make them thinner. You don't really want to see too much of them from the back. You know, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I'm quite happy with that. So that'll do for that, and then we want a rear fog light as well, because we're a 2020 car. New car. Okay, beautiful. We need to fly through this really, really quickly. Indicator. Ooh. Nice little indicator on there. We'll put it back there. Beautiful. Grills. I just want a thin grill, really, on the front. We'll do one of these ones, right? But we'll fill it up with body panel, just so we get a little bit of design on the front. Otherwise, it's going to look really quite bland. So just so it looks like we've got something there. And then maybe that one follows the contour of... Yeah, that one does. It's not too bad, is it? So a little grill there. I don't think we're going to need any more than that. It's going to be a small engine. In the other version of automation, it actually tells you what like the current capacity of cooling is. On this one, it doesn't quite yet. But maybe I'll put some small grills in the side here. I mean, I don't want it to look really cool. We'll use these like round bubbly ones. No, not them ones. Them ones. Turn them up because they're sort of pointing down a little bit. You know, that doesn't look too bad, does it? That looks pretty smart, I think, yeah. We want it to, like, blend into other cars. I don't want it to be, like, ugly and stuff. Don't need a bonnet scoop. Don't need any lips or nothing like that, or wings. Do need a... Well, yeah, we're going to need a fuel thing, aren't we? It'd be cool if they had hybrid engines in the game. They don't have hybrid engines, so to make this economical car, we're actually going to be using petrol, because there's no diesel even in the game. It is all... petrol vehicles. I suppose they'll add diesel and hybrid and maybe even electric motors at some point. That would be amazing, but we're trying to make a really economical petrol engine, which is not going to be easy. Petrols aren't known to be extremely economical, at least. That handle looks pretty cool. Oh, I like that one. And then we take the chrome away. I think that looks really cool of a handle. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, it's like a little button one. I think it's a bit old school, but I think it actually quite suits the vehicle and the lines and the colour. Okay, mirrors. Now, I saw a mirror down here. That looked pretty cool. These ones, right? Because they've got like the bit missing out of the middle. Hence, lighter weight. There's not as much. It's like thinner, more economical wing mirrors. Maybe that's a little big. Maybe they're a little small. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so the air can go through there. What else do we need? Aerial. Let's go with like a nice little thin one. Towards the back here. It's a modern car, we need that kind of stuff. Number plates. Boop. Fills up the front quite nicely, doesn't it? I don't think the front looks bad at all. I could get away with that in real life. In the back, though, it looks very, very empty. Do you want the number plate up there? Oh, yeah, it looks a lot better up there. And then down here, I think we need to do some shaping. We'll get another one of these ones. These are my favourite grills to do this with. Do something like that. And then if I can get another one that looks pretty cool of a shape. Maybe these ones, right? Hello? Thank you. And then we flip them upside down. And then we put it that way and we mirror it. And then we fill that up. Wrong one. And then we drop that down into there. What did I do? What did I click? Oh, number plate. Down you go. Do we mirror them? Yeah, maybe. No. We have that on one side, and then on the other side, we have the exhaust. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think that makes the back look a bit more interesting as well. This should be bigger. There we go. All right, don't need bumper bars. We'll put the old Z on the front. Can you see it? Yeah, we can see it. It's fine. Some colours you can't see it very well. And the Z on the back. Beautiful. Anything else? No, no. Wheels. They look like nice futuristic ones, but we'll go with like normal looking rims. Those are fine. Exhaust tips, and I don't need any of those. Not for this one, at least, anyway. Okay, moving on to the engine, then. This is the important part. We've got the lightness and stuff. We need to carry on with that lightness feel. So we're going to go with an inline 3. Maybe it won't be a great idea. Why can't we have a front-wheel drive with this? I'll just put some stuff on. Oh, yeah, it doesn't fit. So we need to... Yeah, okay, fine. So an inline 3. I don't know if that's going to be the best idea. I'm going with an inline 3 because it's going to weigh a lot less than an inline forward. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what we can sort of do here. Now, shorter stroke is going to be a somewhat lighter weight and reliable at higher RPM. Now, we don't need high RPMs necessarily, so we can drop that down. If we can make it a 1... I don't think we can make it a 1 litre, can we? Maybe we go with a 500cc? Oh my, that is small. I don't know if you can even get 50 miles an hour out of a 500cc. You should be able to. I just want to get it dead on 500. I like it being like as close to 500 as possible. I don't know if I can do it. There we go, 500cc. A tiny little 3-cylinder engine. Alright, so weight, magnesium. We're probably going to want to have dual overhead cams. Although they weigh more, they're going to give us more power and everything. So I think that's probably going to be the best. And we'll probably stick 4 on there. LC is the lightweight. Is that? Nope, definitely better. VVL adds weight. We might want it though. We'll see later on. Okay, lightest weight. Lightest weight. Lightest weight. We'll leave the quality... no, I should really do the qualities as we go. Great quality. Okay, compression. We want as high as it can really go because it's got better fuel economy, potentially a better fuel efficiency. Let's bump that up a little bit. At least to there. Cam profile. Let's have a quick look. We want to try and get that as low as possible. We might add that in later on, and we might have to do the VVL profile as well. Great quality. No turbocharger. I don't think that'll be beneficial to us to have a turbocharger on there. Look at the size of that thing compared to the engine. Boo. Yeah, it'd be insane, wouldn't it? Look at that thing. Had to break your engine in one foul swoop. I don't think it would be a good idea. We'll have to like come back and test. Injection, direct injection per cylinder because it weighs less. Does it? No, it doesn't weigh less, but we can only get 46 horsepower of a single. Race. I don't care about loudness. Look at the carbon fiber on that. Oh, that looks so cool. Yeah, I don't care about like what fuel we're taking or anything like that. Or should we be? No, we're going to make the most economical possible car. We don't care how expensive it is or how you fill it up. As lean as possible. That's probably going to have to stay about where it is, but we'll bump it up a little bit if we can. We'll drop the RPM limiter down just a tad. What's the lightest? The lightest is cast log, but we don't want that. Probably going to want something like tubular. Probably that. Probably bump that up a little bit, or maybe even restrict it a little bit. And then none would be the best, but I think a high 3-way reverse would probably be what we want. Okay, the engine runs, but we only get 26 horsepower out of it at the moment. Save. So, can we bump this up? Now, we're looking at this. Fuel efficiency. That's what we're trying to push as much as we can. So, we were right bang smack here. 12.8.1. That's crazy. Okay, I saw 30 then. Now, you got to remember that this is going to go up greatly when we actually make the rest of the car. Okay, that helped. If we put VVL on, it goes down for the minute. But then can we increase that? 30.4 was higher than what we had before. Okay. Fine. I'm going to leave the turbocharger for the minute. That didn't affect it. Race was the best there. It definitely wants that. Ultimate is obviously just going to be better. Like, it's literally 10 better on its own there. Or we can bump that up. 32. Lean as possible. 32.4, 32.5. 32.6. Okay, 32.6 was sort of what we wanted. The RPMs. Oh! No. We can rev it to 8,000 RPM. It's because of the short stroke, isn't it? Oh my god. That's a crazy amount of RPM there. Why not? Why not? Okay, race tubular. Okay, 33.1. Let's have it up there. It's still, the reverse flow limits our power and actually drops it down and makes it heavier. So if we have none, what if we have none of that as well? Maybe there's no point having any on there. That's quite odd to have. It's super loud. This car is super loud. Can you imagine if we had like a V10 or something, or a V12 with no bafflers? This is just an inline 3 and it's 88 on the loudness scale. 66 horsepower isn't actually like terrible. We're bumping it up further. 86,100 revs. Alright, now what if we put a turbo on it? Okay, now it goes straight down to 2. Put ball bearing joint in. We put in like a, for the moment, like a medium. We'll just hit economy. 2.5 is what it says at the minute. Here we go. What's that about? Engine's knocking. I don't care. Okay, so I don't need boost. That's not what the turbo is going to be there for. Now, what did we have before? Was it 32 or what? Hang on. Hold. 31.8. And this, when we do that, ball bearing joint in that one, is 31.2. So if I can get it to 31.8, we'll have a turbocharger. If I can't, then we'll just take it off. No, we can't. Take off. 31.8 is definitely more. Why have we dropped down to 54 horsepower? Why? Oh, hang on. Shum. Boom, boom, boom. Point 3, 0.4. That torque graph is so messed up. No, it definitely doesn't want it. Definitely doesn't want it. Okay, 0. Why we dropped down to 34 though? I don't get that. We were fine. 31.9. 32. Oh, hang on. We're bringing the RPMs down, which is good as well. I don't really need it to rev that high. It's gonna go down. Okay. So 32.3. 32.3. I never find it a good idea to change the compression too much afterwards, but it's working. 31.8. That's what we were at, wasn't it? 31.8. I swear that's what we were at. That actually made it better because it's lighter. Ah, that's why. Boom, 32.5. Now, does that actually affect this, though? It drops down that. What about the weight? Which is this one. I'm going for lightness. Oh, we never done that. Boom. Okay. Shortcast. Tubular, yes. 32.8. 33.1. Okay, we're squeezing some power out of it by making the exhaust smaller. Oh, 3.7. If we go to 0.75, I can now drop the RPM down. And it definitely likes nothing there. Okay, now what's happening? Engine's knocking very slightly, only a slight knock. Oh, 34. 34.5. Okay, 34.5, and it stopped the knocking. Okay. Drop that down. Okay, still, 7,900 revs is insane. I was expecting like 5 or 6,000. Revving to almost 8,000 revs is just nuts. Should we do around 8,000? Actually got like 40 performance rating, isn't too bad. Emissions aren't too bad either, pretty good. It costs it's an expensive engine, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got, let me just fill this out. We've got an inline 3 dual overhead cam, 4 dual overhead cam. Now, it might be best to change that maybe to 5 or something. Eco. I better put that so I don't get confused later on. We want a 59 horsepower. Oh, no. 500cc, 59 horsepower. Okay. Save. Now, if I put that up, 34.5. It actually, like, made it a little bit better. 34.6 now. For some reason, something's obviously changed. Okay, one last go through then. One last run through of it. Single race, good. Good. And fine. What if I drop that down? Yeah, it is. If I drop it down, I can actually get up to 36 by actually having a worse exhaust. Minus 10. That was like that in the old game as well. Minus 10 actually gives us a better thing. It does cut the exhaust a little bit, but apart from that, we're all greens and perfect. Let's just see what it sounds like. It's going to be loud for me. I don't know how loud it is for you. Oh, it sounds so meaty. Imagine that pulling up outside your house and them saying, wow, what engine have you got in there? That sounds so meaty. And you say, I've got a 500cc inline 3 Eco Special. It sounds amazing. Alright, front wheel drive. Probably an advanced automatic will give us the best MPG. Oh, look at the glitchy light. I sorted itself out. There's a glitchy light then. 9 gears. I mean, I don't think that would be great. It says better fuel economy. The more gears that you have. I mean, why not? Let's try 9 gears. I don't think it's going to make 125 miles an hour. I mean, I would love it to make 100. Let's say 100. It'd be great. 50 was like our original goal. I think we could probably do 50. Now, we want weight down. That puts the drivability a lot more up. It doesn't affect the weight. For some reason, that doesn't affect weight if we have no differential, so it's fine. Boop. I have no idea what the best one would be. They all weigh the same. I might as well go with the one with the most drivability. Okay, tires are going to leave where they are because that's going to be something that we're going to have to play with later on. Carbon fiber is obviously going to be the lightest wheels. The brakes, I mean, they don't really matter what we have because again it doesn't affect the weight. We'll just go with that. Quality up. None. Quality up. Lightness, we want 2 seats. We really want a basic interior, and if we drop that quality slider down, that's actually going to give us better MPG because although it's going to like make the seats worse, but really bad seats, and same as entertainment. For the moment I'll put none, but we'll see. Like that's going to be the best for our goal of economical, but it's not going to be nice for the people to drive in. A power steering, I really probably should. It's weird that the weight goes back to pluses and minuses on here, but not on there. That weight is actually a number there, but weight here is a plus and a minus. I don't get that. And I'm probably going to want traction control and stuff. Safety. I mean, none is the best for us. And just drop the quality. That's hilarious, isn't it? For the moment, I'm going to go the lightest. And bump the quality. I mean, feel the 109 at the minute. So there is our goal. And it doesn't affect that at all. Obviously, we're not going for budget for markets here. Nobody in their right mind is ever going to buy this car. It says at the moment that our top speed, I'm sure I saw 0.4. All right, anyway, it's 90.3, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 13, 14. 0 to 60 in 9 seconds isn't bad either. What on earth? I have infinite miles per gallon. Oh, okay, we dropped. So if we set our top speed at 218 miles an hour with 9 gears, we get that. If I hold the trim, let's drop it down to 6 gears. We actually got a little bit more. That makes sense. If I do 4. 126. I saw 126 again with it. 126. So it doesn't seem to matter how many gears that we have. We can get the same amount out of it. I saw 126.4 there. Oh, 126.6. 0.7. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sure I saw 0.6 though. That's 14 seconds though. I don't want 14 seconds. It was 9, I think, is probably the best because it gives us a really good 0 to 60 time as well. Like 8.8 seconds, 0 to 60 is nothing to grumble at. 8.8 seconds, I mean, that's quick. That's actually fairly quick. And it's an advanced automatic engine, which is why this is working. If this was a manual, this would be terrible on a 9 speed. Okay, what's better here? It doesn't make a difference to our our economy. What's about tires though? Okay, long life actually helped more. And this is going to be the big one. This is going to be obviously where we're going to make like a lot. I said it would be thin, didn't I? I said the tires would be ridiculously thin. Look at it just keep going up. The car is going to look so ugly. I don't think this is how it really works in real life. Because we're going to be getting crazy wheel spin. 130 mpg there. If I drop that down, it doesn't affect anything. Oh, it went up. It went up again. Went up again. Up again. Okay. It went up again. These wheels are going to... I swear, guys, these wheels are going to look absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it went down. How did it go? It was green, but it went down. Ready? Look at them little bicycle wheels on the car. I knew it would be like that. I knew it would happen. Okay, we've got not much wheel spin. How do we not have much wheel spin? Drivability is 99.9. Apparently, it's also quite sporty. That is so crazy. Okay, now... our brakes are like way overpowered. And that makes us less awkward. Okay, that's adding weight though. So we want 1 and drop that down. This is what we need. This is where we are. So we're like way overpowered on the brakes on the top. It wants that. They're already on as small as they can. We can probably go like right down here. Make them really comfortable. If I put them on the sharpest. Yeah. As comfortable as they can on the brakes. And I don't think this is going to affect our... No, I'll leave that back at 60-40. It's like your standard. Any downforce? Oh, 37. It added another 7. Oh, 39. 39.1 we'll have. Doesn't affect. 39.2 went up. I think that's probably going to drop. Doesn't affect us. We don't need anything to the brakes anyway. 4 drops us down by 3 mpg. Yeah, see, I was right here with the whole basic interior and stuff. We get... I could put viable hydraulic in. And it doesn't affect it. None drops it down. None has 0.3 as well. But we definitely want electric steering. So we'll have that in. I could put everything in there and it doesn't affect it either. It's just bumping up the rest of the stats. All this is. Yeah, no, we don't want any safety. There's no safety equipment in this car whatsoever. I can't see behind the stupid pieces. 130. Okay, we'll go with progressive because it makes it a little bit better. Semi-active because it makes it more expensive but still nice and light. Normal. Comfort. Off-road. For some reason, off-road is the most economical setup for us. We have a little bit of bottom out. So let's fix those problems. There we go. Save. I doubt I'm going to be able to improve that at all on there, and I'm not going to go through that. Okay. Look at that. The wheel arches. We needed to because the bottom out for some reason in very soft springs because they were off-road. That's why, isn't it? It's got an off-road setup on the springs, which means suspension spring stiffness is really soft. I should really stiffen those up. Right, if we stiffen those up, I can then drop that down. Yeah, and now we're looking a little bit more realistic. We've still got no bottom out. Where do we start bottoming out? Nowhere. Okay, maybe I've made them a little bit too stiff. Look at that for us. Just look at that graph. That's not good. Okay, I want it at a decent looking height. Like a height that it makes sense at, like about there. And then we'll make it so we don't bottom out. So we don't bottom out there. Soften them up. I like soft suspension in my cars. Okay. We'll go with that then. Boom. Roll angle 7.1. You really want the roll angle under 5 degrees. But 7.1 is pretty acceptable, I think. I can... If I increased it up, I could get it better. It's making the car better by actually stiffening these up. It would be nice to get it like at 5 or just under 5. I mean 4.9. Let's try and get them so they match. 5 degree roll angle. Actually pretty green stats. It's actually quite drivable apparently. I would hate this car. Oh, and slider. It doesn't actually affect anything apart from we have 1.8% viable on utility sport. I might as well bump that up. I mean, why not? It makes the stats better and doesn't affect our MPG. Okay, 139.6 MPG. That's combined, though, because if we go into MPG, you'll see 182. It says here, 182 miles per gallon. But because of how the game calculates it, it ends up at 140, which is really weird because we've got 315 MPG there, 267, 191, and then these two being 134 and 183, sorry, drop it down to obviously that as the average. But you shouldn't be driving at 75 miles an hour anyway. That's speeding, so that shouldn't count. So I always like to look at this one. I mention this every now and again, but I like to look at this one because that one is unfair. Because at this one you're speeding on, so why would you be doing that? Because you're speeding, and I don't understand how that number is found. 182 is nice. 140 mpg is acceptable. 140 miles per gallon I would completely find acceptable, but 182 just sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Let's see what it does around the track. Right, ready to be deafened. listen to that. That's so loud. It's unbelievable. We were doing 67 miles an hour there. Like, we get to our top speed really quickly. Like, our top speed is... Oh, it says here, doesn't it? 93.8. What do you get around in 1 minute 38? Hang on, I'm going to have to find out. I'm loading up the internet here. I'm going to have to find out what the Top Gear test track power laps. 138 we got. So this car, this Economical, 100, we'll say 140, but I would like to say 180. It's 140, gets around this track in the same speed as a Honda Civic Type R. That's totally acceptable. An Alfa Romeo 8C racing one. It goes around a second faster than the Subaru Impreza WRX. Over a second faster than a Bowler Wildcat. Over 3 seconds faster than a Ford Mondeo 2 litre. Over 5 seconds faster than a BMW 318. You know, that's completely acceptable. I'm going to turn the volume down in my headset because I want to see how quickly this gets, or if this actually can get to top speed before the first corner. I'm going to drop my headphones down. It's going to be loud for you. So loud. 30. It got to 92. Our top speed is 93.8. It got to 90. I've never had a car actually like reach its top speed on the track. This car is completely viable as a road car, although it's ridiculously expensive. It costs... it doesn't even have a cost. Oh, there we go. $63,000. Is it to make? $63,000? To make. That's crazy. But as far as like speed and stuff is concerned, it's fast enough to be on the road. Its acceleration is fine. We've made a successful eco car and it looks sick. Okay, anyway, I've been talking too much here. Let's I'm not going to look through the details stats. We don't need to do that. It's not going to make any sense. Let's go to the photo mode. The photo mode might have changed. I saw on a update screen that it had been updated or something. Yeah, something's changed here. We go here by default. I don't know if we ever used to go there by default. I can't remember. Maybe we did. Where do we want to go? We're going to want to go to the small factory, right? Because there's like a car park there, and I think the car park scene is probably going to be best for us. So we go there, car park, and then it just suits here. I don't want a big grungy building in the background. I think I want like some mountains in the background. Bump that up, get that all in focus. Rotate the car around. Time of day, try and get the sun on this side. Beautiful. Put the nice filter on. Do I like that filter or do I like no filter? I do like that filter. It makes the sky and stuff look so much cooler. Okay, I think that's about right? About there? Snap! Alright guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't, feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. It looks so cool. Bye!